A 79-year-old U.S. citizen has filed civil rights claims against the federal government for $50 million after being injured during an ICE raid at his business. Here's what we know. On September 9th, ICE agents raided Rafael Lashuhed's car wash business. During the raid, video shows a federal agent running through a hallway and knocking Shuhed to the ground. Two other officers later tackled him outside the business, and he was detained for nearly 12 hours without medical attention, according to the claim. He was released without charges after authorities confirmed his U.S. citizenship. The claim states Shuhed suffered broken ribs, elbow injuries, and possible signs of traumatic brain injury. Shuhed argues that the agents used excessive force. The claim is directed at the Department of Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and Customs and Border Protection. According to a DHS spokesperson, Shuhed impeded the operation and was arrested for assaulting and impeding a federal officer. The spokesperson also said 5 people from Guatemala and Mexico were arrested during the raid. Shuhed and his attorney have denied the government's claims. The agency has 6 months to either settle or deny the claim. After that, Shuhed can choose to file a federal lawsuit.
Finally, the federal government is being sued over an ICE raid. Now, this is in Van Nuys, California, where car wash owner Rafi Shoud is suing DHS over an ICE raid on his car wash, where he says he was slammed to the ground during the raid while trying to figure out what was going on. Then he says further, he went outside to show the ICE officers the paperwork that showed that his workers were indeed legal and had authorization to be there, and they slammed him to the ground again and then detained him for 12 hours. They offered him no medical care despite saying he was injured, and worse, saying and proving he was an American citizen. Now, this is long overdue because we've seen ICE raid after ICE raid appear to just violate people's civil liberties. And more than that, am I the only one that thinks these ICE officers that we're seeing, a lot of them, have no background in law enforcement? We see time and time again embarrassing moments. We saw the one pointing his weapon at just onlookers with the clip on the ground. We've seen a lot of embarrassing moments, but this is long overdue.
Rafi Ola Shohid says that ICE showed up at his car wash, raided the car wash, and he kept telling them, listen, I've got paperwork to show you that these people are legal. And they shoved him down to the ground and put their knee on his neck. And it doesn't stop there, because then they scooped him up and they put him in a detention center. He was there for 12 hours with no medical attention. He's 79 years old. So Eyeliner Vice President says that saying mean things is radicalizing people against ICE and Border Patrol. But according to what we're seeing, we know that they're doing it to themselves. So Eyeliner Vice President, we just want to let you know that mean words are not radicalizing the United States people. Your administration is, and the actions of your administration is. So take some accountability.
In this country, we still have Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. And that recent U.S. Supreme Court decision in which they lifted a stay against ICE for racial profiling left intact the laws under the Fourth Amendment by which excessive force cannot be used by these ICE officers. In fact, Judge Kavanaugh said you still have remedies under the Fourth Amendment. Well, we intend to use those remedies to represent this man and to help out the family. This is a situation where, once again, we're going to have to go under the Federal Tort Claim Act. It's going to take some time to get justice, but ICE cannot come into our communities and tackle a person without warning. It is firmly established under Ninth Circuit and other federal law that you have to give a person a warning before you use physical force against them, and nothing like that was used against this man, 80 years old, working, owning a business, employing people, trying to talk to another human being who has a mask, who's unidentified, and he gets injured, those broken ribs, dislocated elbow for an 80-year-old. I mean, that is just horrific. But that is what our country has come to, and that is where we're going to use the legal system to get justice.
Hello, and welcome back to Sistalk React. I'm Teresa.
And I'm Scholar, and we appreciate your continued support in our YouTube channel. And if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button, and we will be truly grateful. Let's get into it.
A 79-year-old man who says that ICE officers tackled him, and now he is faring back with a $50 million civil rights lawsuit.
Yep, 50 million it is. And here's the deal. According to reports, ICE agents allegedly went after this elderly man during an encounter, and he says he was tackled and treated unfairly. And now he's saying his civil rights were violated. And instead of moving on quietly, do you know what he did? he sued the government for $50 million. I mean, talk about standing your ground at 79 years old. You can imagine what his grandkids had to say. I mean,
yeah, but before we go into details, first of all, let's see how people reacted on this topic. Then we'll come back with our full commentary at the end of the video. So
I bet you ICE wasn't expecting that car wash owner to file a $50 million lawsuit because they slammed that man to the ground. And this is what we have to realize, y'all. This is not about these people being in our country illegal. It's actually about how they and us outdo these people in numbers. Once that census came about and they realized that, guess what? There are less Caucasus type people than there are black and brown people. Guess what? The chain of events started. First, it was Roe versus Wade. If you go into an abortion clinic all across the United States of America, you're going to see these type of people in there before you see us. Because black and brown people have their children. We have our kids no matter how many it is. If we got to struggle, we going to have them. If you think about the average person, they want 2.5 kids and the 0.5 is a dog. I'm just saying. And it's ridiculous because all of this started happening because they realized if something was to happen, we outnumber them. They are the minority. And this is totally wrong. This man is sending troops and here and this, the National Guard, to all of these places, and all of them pinpoint, I'm just saying, to major cities. Y'all got to pay attention and wake up to what's going on because this shit is bigger than what y'all think it is. But y'all know what to do. Get in the comments. Let's go. But that's good. I'm glad you filed that lawsuit because this is getting out of hand. This is abuse of power. 100 times fold, like for real, for real.
Nobody can convince me that ICE is not an H group at this point. And no, I don't want to hear anybody talking about they're just doing their job, because no, what they're doing right now is beyond their job description. They are quite literally bullying and terrorizing people. And I just don't understand anybody that would want to be an ICE agent in this climate that we're living in. And if you have a desire to be an ICE agent at this point, I would think that it is rooted in hate, racism, and ego. And I blame the man in the Oval Office that has given these agents the authority to treat these people how they choose to treat them simply because of how they look. I literally watched a clip of a man surrounded by a whole bunch of people body slam this woman. This older 70-year-old man right now is suing the ICE agents for slamming him, and he was a U.S. citizen, and they beat him black and blue. That man had several broken ribs and chest trauma from 3 ICE agents sitting on this 70-year-old man. And honestly, he's suing for $50 million. But to me, $50 million is not enough because a lesson needs to be learned. They have gone too far.
ICE and DHS violated their policies that day. They violated the United States Constitution, and they violated California state law. And we feel very confident that we're going to be able to achieve justice for Rafi Shoehead in a court of law.
I have broken ribs, I guess.
His wife in utter tears.
Even know where he was for hours. And with his heart condition and the stents, they could have very easily caused his death.
You're in tears.
Yeah, why not be? It's very, hurtful.
We reached out to federal officials and have yet to hear back from them. Live in Van Nuys, Leo Stallworth, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Internet has so many opinions, yeah, and I understand we have different opinions. You know, some are saying yes, I disrespected the man. When you look at the age, seriously, I think men mishandled the man.
why throw that man away and hurt him? I mean, he's an elderly man. I mean, put some respect on that 79-year-old man. Yeah, right? And hurting him that badly was insane. I mean, you can imagine what he had to tell his grandkids. I mean, I'll see those eyes in court.
And another thing, other people are saying maybe he's becoming so greedy because $50 million, that's a lot to ask.
So is it justice or money? It's both.
You know, I understand the elderly man, and I feel him, and I feel like him asking for $50 million. I think you can't even compare money with respect and his dignity. Yeah. Tell me, 50, as in like he just asking what he feels like it's okay with it, and maybe he will feel better. So for me, I think he was okay.
But then put yourself in his shoes.
Yeah.
You are hurt, and you are an American citizen. I mean, why are they even hurting you? You're not a thief. You haven't done any crime.
That's another thing.
He has the right to go to court and sue them. It's his right.
And he's a citizen.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, I understand many with uniform. We understand you're doing your own job and you're good at it. We understand. But understand the age.
We have heard of so many scenarios of ICE raids that have been chaotic. This isn't the first. There are so many ICE raids that have been ending up badly. I mean, they have been cuffing, they have been beating up people, they have been choking people on the ground. And when this one 79-year-old man stands up for himself, then it becomes trouble. I mean,
I wonder if they were taught not to ever respect elderly.
Yeah,
because first of all, this man may be your grandpa or even your dad. Show some respect, even if it's real.
If we were to put clips and compile them on how ICE has been so violent to citizens and non-citizens, I mean, it will be so sad and you'll be so angry because we have seen ICE beating up women, choking women, throwing women on the ground. And you can imagine it's your sister you're throwing that way. I mean, there should be respect. Even if it's your duty, you should have some respect on people.
It's okay to do your job, but I always say this over and over again. Why don't you people follow the right protocol? Can you imagine you took this man without anything? He did nothing, literally nothing. Then he came out without charges. What was all that for? Follow the right protocol and everything will be okay.
So tell us in the comments below if this 79-year-old has a strong case, or is the money just too much, or he wants that money badly. And also, should ICE be held more accountable for how they treat senior people? And if you were in his shoes, would you go to court or just, forgive ICE?
Will you go for $50 million?
Definitely.
Me too.
Hurt me now and you'll see.
Anyway, finally, special thanks goes to the original creators featured in this video.
Credit goes to all the respective owners of the clips and content used. Your thoughts and perspective made today's work possible.
And if you found this video fun and interactive, please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for us. We really appreciate. And also give us a thumbs up.
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell us how you feel about the 79-year-old man case. Tell us if it's really legit. Tell us if you were there and you saw how they mistreated the old man. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell for future updates.
See you in the next video.